Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to dive into something pretty wild,
Oh, yeah.
the technological singularity.
I love this one.
You sent us a whole bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
articles and research and even some science fiction.
It's a really cool mix.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
So we're going to try to extract the most interesting pieces for you.
absolutely.
I mean, this idea of the singularity where AI gets so smart
Yeah.
that it surpasses us
Yeah,
and then leads to all these crazy technological advancements.
exactly. And it could just completely change everything.
I mean, it sounds like sci-fi,
It does.
but you look at the stuff you sent, and
Yeah.
a lot of serious people are taking it seriously.
Yeah, a lot of smart people think this is really going to happen.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
What is this singularity thing anyway?
Okay, so the singularity,
Yeah.
it's this hypothetical point in the future where
Yeah.
technology just grows uncontrollably.
Uh-huh.
Like there's no stopping it.
Okay.
And we have no idea how it's going to change civilization.
Okay.
And the main driver is this idea that artificial intelligence, or
AI.
AI, yeah,
Okay.
will eventually be able to design even smarter AI.
Oh, wow.
So it just keeps getting smarter and smarter.
So it's not just AI getting smart. It's AI getting smart at making smarter AI.
Exactly. And that leads to this runaway cycle of self-improvement.
Whoa.
Yeah, and this whole idea is based on
Yeah.
this observation that computers have been getting more powerful,
Right.
exponentially more powerful for decades.
Yeah. We always talk about Moore's Law.
Right. Moore's law basically says the number of transistors on a chip doubles about every 2 years.
So like every 2 years, computers get twice as powerful.
Exactly.
So if that keeps going,
Yeah.
I mean, AI could be solving problems,
Right?
making discoveries,
Yeah.
inventing things way faster than we ever could.
Way faster than we've ever seen before.
Yeah.
And that's where the singularity gets
Yeah.
really interesting and maybe a little scary.
A little bit. Yeah.
Because if AI becomes super intelligent, what does that mean for humans?
Yeah, like what are we even going to do?
Right. What's our role in the future?
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah.
One of the people you mentioned who thought about this a lot was Werner Vinge.
Yeah. Werner Vinge,
He wrote that essay in 93.
1993, The Coming Technological Singularity.
Right. That's like one of the most important writings about this whole thing.
It is, yeah. It's really a foundational text in this field.
Yeah.
He was one of the first to really lay out the idea of the singularity
Okay.
in a way that was really clear and also kind of scary.
Yeah.
He basically said superhuman intelligence is inevitable,
Okay.
and humans are going to have to merge with AI,
Huh.
or we're going to be obsolete.
Merge or become obsolete.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
It is pretty heavy.
That's like straight out of a movie.
Well, actually, he was a science fiction writer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a mathematician and a computer scientist,
Wow.
but also a sci-fi writer.
Okay.
And he explored these ideas in his fiction, too. Like in his novel, A Fire Upon the Deep.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, though.
Oh, it's a really interesting book.
Okay.
He introduces this really wild idea called the zones of thought.
Okay, zones of thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine that the whole universe
Yeah.
is divided into these different zones.
Yeah, okay.
And in each zone, the laws of physics are different.
Yeah.
And that affects how smart things can get.
So, like, in some zones, you can be smarter than in other zones?
Yeah, exactly. Both for biological intelligence and artificial intelligence. So the innermost zone is called the unthinking depths.
Unthinking depths.
Yeah, and it's so deep that nothing can even be intelligent there.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's wild.
Okay.
Then you have the slow zone.
Slow zone.
That's where we are.
Oh, so we're in the slow zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earth is in the slow zone.
Okay.
And in the slow zone, biological intelligence can develop
Like us?
like us.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can't have really advanced AI. But then as you go further out, you get to the beyond.
Your hunt.
Yeah, and that's where faster than light travel is possible.
Right.
And really complex AI can exist.
Okay.
And then finally, you have the outermost zone,
Okay.
the transcend.
Transcend.
Yeah, and that's where the superintelligences live.
Oh, wow.
And they're so smart, we can't even understand what they're doing.
That's kind of creepy.
It is a little bit.
Like, we wouldn't even know what they're up to.
Right.
So it's like this cosmic ladder of intelligence.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And once you get to the top,
Yeah.
you're gone.
Who knows what they're doing out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a really mind-blowing concept.
It is.
And it shows that there could be these huge differences in intelligence across the universe.
So you were saying earlier about merging with AI.
Yeah, merging with AI.
Vinge seems pretty intense about that.
He does, yeah, but not everyone is like that.
Okay.
Like Ray Kurzweil.
Right. Kurzweil, He's always making these bold predictions.
Yeah, he's known for his predictions
Yeah.
about technology.
Yeah.
And he's actually pretty optimistic about the singularity.
Okay, so he doesn't think we're all going to get wiped out.
No, he doesn't think so.
Right.
He thinks that by 2045,
Okay.
we're going to achieve the singularity.
Oh, wow.
But he thinks it's going to be this merging
Okay.
of human consciousness with technology.
Whoa, so instead of AI taking over,
Right.
we kind of join forces with it.
We kind of become part of it.
Whoa.
Yeah. He thinks that nanotechnology and biotechnology are going to make this possible.
Like nanobots in our brains or something?
Yeah, like nanobots in our brains making us smarter,
Oh.
connecting us to the internet,
Huh.
maybe even letting us back up our consciousness.
Okay, that is radical.
It's pretty radical.
Do you think that's realistic?
I think it's definitely possible.
Okay.
I mean, we have to think about the potential risks of AI,
Right.
but we also have to think about the potential benefits.
Yeah, I guess so.
What if we could get rid of disease and poverty?
That would be amazing.
What if we had limitless clean energy?
Sign me up.
What if we could explore the universe without our bodies?
Okay, now you're talking.
Yeah, it's a pretty exciting vision of the future.
It is.
It kind of speaks to our deepest desires for a better world.
It does. But even if we forget about all that utopian stuff,
Right.
this singularity thing could change our everyday life
Oh, absolutely.
in a big way.
Yeah, just think about how we work.
Okay.
What if we had AI assistants that were more than just tools?
Yeah.
What if they were like real collaborators?
Like coworkers.
Yeah, like coworkers who really understood our needs.
And could anticipate what we need before we even ask.
Exactly.
That would be amazing.
It would totally change how we do business.
Yeah, totally.
Well, what about medicine?
Oh, yeah, medicine.
And education?
Oh, yeah, education too.
Imagine AI that could give us personalized diagnoses and treatments.
Wow.
So everyone gets the best possible care. And imagine AI tutors that could adapt to how each student learns.
Oh, wow.
So everyone could reach their full potential.
I like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like a world of incredible possibilities.
it really does.
But I can't help but think about the downsides.
Yeah.
What about people losing their jobs?
Yeah, those concerns are definitely valid.
Yeah.
And we have to address them.
Yeah.
But throughout history, new technology has always
Right.
created new jobs while getting rid of old ones.
Yeah.
The key is to be ready for the jobs of the future.
Okay.
Jobs that involve working with AI.
Instead of competing with it.
Exactly.
So we need to be teaching people the skills they'll need.
Yeah, reskilling and retraining to
Yeah.
work in this new world.
Okay, what about the ethical stuff we talked about earlier?
The ethics of AI.
Yeah. How do we make sure AI is used responsibly?
Yeah, that's a huge question.
It is.
And it's going to take a lot of discussion
Correct.
between technologists,
Yeah.
policymakers,
Mhm.
ethicists, and the public.
Yeah, everyone needs to be involved.
Everyone needs to be involved.
Okay.
We need to set some clear guidelines for developing AI,
Yeah.
focusing on transparency, accountability, and making sure it aligns with our values.
So it's not just about making AI that's smart.
Right.
It's about making AI that's good,
Exactly. We need to make sure AI benefits everyone,
not just a few people.
not just a select few.
Right.
It needs to benefit all of humanity.
It sounds like getting to a good singularity
Yeah,
is going to take a lot of work.
it is.
We need to be careful about how we develop technology,
Mhm.
but also really think about what's right and wrong.
Yeah, it's a balancing act
It is.
between innovation and responsibility.
And we need to do it together.
Absolutely, as a global society.
Yeah, this isn't just one country's problem.
No, it's a global issue.
Yeah.
And speaking of global perspectives,
Yeah.
one of the sci-fi books you sent was Accelerando.
Oh, yeah, by Charles Strauss.
Yeah, Charles Strauss.
Yeah.
He has this really interesting take
Uh,
on how diverse AI could be
okay.
in a post-singularity world.
So it's not just about humans and one super AI.
No, not at all.
Okay.
He imagines all these different kinds of AI,
Like what?
like some that are huge and focused on specific tasks.
Okay.
He calls those the whales.
Whales.
Yeah, like giant AI whales.
Interesting.
And then others that are more like us.
Like human-like.
Yeah, human-like, but with way more abilities.
Oh, wow. So it's like a whole ecosystem of intelligences.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wild.
It is.
Each with its own strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
That raises some interesting questions
Absolutely.
about how all these different intelligences
Yeah.
would interact and live together.
How would they coexist?
Yeah,
It's fascinating to think about.
it is. I mean, the future's full of challenges,
Yeah,
but also opportunities.
absolutely.
And as we keep exploring this singularity thing.
Yeah.
We're going to dig deeper into all these questions and see how this could impact our society, our economy, and even what it means to be human.
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
What does it mean to be human in a post-singularity world?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that one.
Me neither, but it's definitely worth thinking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as we go deeper into this, it makes you think about how we see progress and like control.
Right.
It's kind of exciting, but also a little scary to think about this future
It is.
where intelligence is always evolving and getting smarter, and we might not even be able to keep up.
It definitely pushes the boundaries of what we can even imagine. Like one of the things that's often talked about in science fiction is this idea of an intelligence explosion.
Intelligence explosion?
Yeah.
What is that?
So imagine that AI gets to a point where it's smart enough to design even smarter AI.
Oh, wow.
And then that AI
designs even smarter AI.
So it's like a chain reaction?
Exactly. It's like a chain reaction of intelligence.
Wow.
Each generation smarter than the last one.
And it just keeps getting faster and faster.
Exactly, at an accelerating rate.
And that's what leads to the singularity.
That's what a lot of people believe.
Okay.
That this exponential growth in intelligence is what's going to get us to that point.
Where everything changes.
Where everything changes,
And we have no idea what's going to happen.
It's going to be so rapid that it'll be almost impossible to predict.
It makes you wonder if we'd even realize it was happening.
Yeah, would we even recognize it?
Like, would it be so strange that we wouldn't even get it?
Would it just seem like noise to us?
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
It really shows how limited our understanding is right now.
It does.
But I guess that's why we're thinking about this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to wrap our heads around it.
We have to explore these ideas.
Yeah.
Even if they seem far-fetched, right?
Right.
Because they force us to think about the unknown.
Yeah.
And all the possibilities.
So it's good and bad.
Both good and bad.
Yeah, it's serious.
The potential for transformation.
Uh-huh.
But also the potential for consequences.
That we can't even imagine.
That we can't even imagine, yeah.
I guess it's kind of humbling.
It is humbling.
To realize that even though we're trying to shape the future, there's always going to be stuff.
Yeah.
That's beyond our control.
Things we can't predict.
Yeah.
That's just part of it.
Yeah, I guess that's part of what makes it exciting.
Exactly, the mystery of it all.
Yeah.
The unknown.
The unknown, yeah.
That's what exploration is all about.
Right, exploring the unknown.
And embracing the mystery.
Being open to discovering something new.
Something extraordinary.
Yeah.
And with the technological singularity, I think we're just at the beginning of that journey.
Speaking of exploration,
there's
another idea you mentioned.
Okay.
This diaspora of intelligence.
Oh, yeah, the diaspora.
From that book, by Greg Egan.
Yeah, Greg Egan.
Yeah, that's a great book.
Okay.
Kind of builds on the idea of the intelligence explosion.
Okay, how so?
So Egan imagines this future where consciousness isn't just limited to biological forms.
So not just humans and animals.
Not just humans and animals.
Okay.
It spreads out into these vast simulated realities.
Simulated reality.
Yeah, he calls them polises.
Polises.
Yeah.
What are those?
They're like digital societies where these software-based intelligences live.
Whoa, so it's like a bunch of minds living in a computer.
In a virtual world.
The virtual world. Wow.
Yeah. And some of these intelligences are like uploads of human minds.
Oh, wow.
And others are totally artificial.
So some are based on humans?
Yeah.
And some are just created.
From scratch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is pretty wild.
So it's like this mass migration of consciousness into the digital world.
Exactly.
Like spreading out intelligence across virtual universes.
That's a great way to put it.
Wow.
Yeah, Egan sees this future
where
humans break free from their physical limitations and explore the universe.
Yeah.
Not through spaceships, but through these virtual worlds.
That's mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing.
But what happens to the real world then?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like do these digital beings just abandon the physical world?
Not necessarily. Egan actually explores this tension between the people who love these virtual worlds and the people who still value the physical universe.
Okay, so it's like two different philosophies.
Yeah, two different ways of seeing things. Right. Like he introduces these beings called Gleisners.
Gleisners?
Yeah.
What are those?
They're like software-based intelligences.
Okay.
But they live in artificial bodies.
Oh, so they're like robots.
They're kind of like robots.
But they have a different perspective.
Yeah, they have a unique perspective.
Right.
They value the slower pace of real time.
And they think the polis citizens are too detached from the physical world.
Interesting. So they're kind of like a bridge.
They're like a bridge between the two worlds.
Okay.
Yeah. Egan uses them to show how hard it is for different kinds of intelligences to communicate and understand each other.
Especially when they're operating at different speeds.
Exactly, and with different priorities.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
It seems like Egan's work is touching on something we keep coming back to.
What's that?
This need to balance the potential of technology with human values.
Right, with our experience.
With what it means to be human.
Exactly.
And he's also looking at how these digital societies develop their own cultures.
Right, values.
And even political systems.
Even their own politics,
So there could be all sorts of different outcomes.
There could be a lot of different possibilities.
Yeah.
It's not just one monolithic future. All right, there could be many different futures.
Many different futures, yeah.
Depending on how these things play out.
It's fascinating to think about.
It is.
It shows that the singularity isn't just about technology.
Right.
It's about how intelligence shapes its environment.
Yeah.
Whether that environment is virtual or physical.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Speaking of how intelligence interacts, Egan has this really interesting way of communicating in his book.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
He calls it Gestalt.
Gestalt, yeah.
What is that?
So Gestalt, in this context, is like instantaneous communication.
Instantaneous communication?
Yeah.
So like faster than the speed of light?
It's not even about speed.
Yeah.
It's about conveying information all at once.
All at once.
Yeah, qualitatively. It's like you absorb the knowledge directly.
Like downloading it into your brain?
Kind of like downloading it, yeah. But it's more like a subconscious understanding rather than linear processing.
So no more miscommunication.
No more miscommunication.
Yeah, that would change everything.
It would change everything.
No more arguments.
Maybe.
It's a really interesting idea.
It is.
It makes you think about how language might evolve.
Yeah, how we might communicate with super intelligent AI.
Right, because if they're so much smarter than us, maybe we need a whole new way to talk to them.
Maybe we'll develop new senses.
New senses.
Yeah, new ways of perceiving the world.
So interact with these advanced beings.
It's definitely a possibility.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The singularity isn't just about intelligence.
Right.
It's about expanding consciousness.
Yeah.
And experience.
Expanding our understanding.
In ways we can barely imagine.
In ways we can't even fathom.
Okay, but let's come back down to Earth for a minute.
Okay.
You mentioned Kurzweil's prediction about expanding intelligence 1,000,000-fold.
Yeah, by 2045.
2045? That's not that far away.
It's not that far away.
It's hard to picture what that would even look like.
It's hard to grasp the scale of that.
Yeah. 1,000,000 times smarter.
1,000,000-fold expansion of intelligence.
What would that even mean?
Yeah, what would that actually look like?
Yeah.
I mean, we can't predict the future.
Right.
But we can speculate.
Okay, let's speculate.
Okay, so imagine a world where AI assistants are more than just tools.
Yeah.
They're like true collaborators.
Yeah.
They understand our needs in ways that we can't even imagine right now.
So, like, they know what we need before we even ask.
Exactly. Like, they anticipate our needs.
That would be amazing.
It would be incredible.
Yeah.
Like having a partner who can just read your mind.
Yeah, and help you with everything.
And help you with everything.
That's the dream.
It is a pretty amazing dream.
And what about medicine?
Oh, yeah, medicine.
Imagine AI that could give us personalized diagnoses and treatments.
Exactly tailored to your specific needs.
So everyone would get the best possible care.
The best possible care, yeah.
Wow. That would be a game changer. It would revolutionize healthcare.
It would.
Yeah.
And what about education?
Oh, yeah.
How would this level of AI change how we learn?
Imagine AI tutors that can adapt to each student's learning style.
Oh, wow.
So every student gets personalized instruction.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It would help everyone reach their full potential.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, these are some incredible possibilities.
They are really exciting possibilities.
But we also have to be realistic.
Right.
What about all the jobs that AI could take over?
Yeah. That's a real concern.
It is.
Yeah, and we have to take it seriously.
Yeah. How do we prepare for that?
Well, throughout history, every time we've had a major technological advancement, we've also had job displacement.
Right. Some jobs go away.
Some jobs go away.
And new ones are created.
And new ones are created, yeah.
So what are the new jobs going to be?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think the key is to be ready for those new jobs.
Okay.
Jobs that involve working with AI. Okay.
Instead of competing with it.
So we need to be teaching people
the
skills they need.
reskilling and retraining.
To work in this new world.
Exactly.
Okay.
We need to adapt.
Yeah.
And be prepared.
And be prepared.
For the changes that are coming.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It's going to be a lot of work.
But it also sounds really important.
It's essential.
Yeah.
We have to get this right.
So it's not just about embracing the potential of AI.
Right.
It's also about making sure that everyone benefits.
Everyone benefits.
That no one is left behind.
No one is left behind, exactly.
Okay, that brings us back to ethics.
Right.
We have to make sure AI is developed responsibly.
Responsibly and ethically.
Yeah.
We need to be thinking about transparency, accountability, fairness.
Yeah.
We have to have these conversations
about
how to design AI systems that align with our values.
And don't perpetuate biases.
Exactly. We don't want AI.
To make existing inequalities worse.
Right. It should be making things better.
It should be making things better for everyone.
For everyone, yeah.
This is where technologists, policymakers, ethicists, and the public
need to come together.
We all need to work together.
To figure this out.
Yeah. Okay?
It sounds like navigating this path.
Yeah.
Towards a beneficial singularity.
A good singularity.
A good singularity, yeah.
It's going to require a lot of balance.
It is a balancing act.
Yeah, balancing technological innovation with ethical responsibility and a focus on human well-being.
So it's not just about the technology.
It's not just about the technology.
It's about us.
It's about us. It's about humanity.
It's about what kind of future we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The decisions we make today about AI are going to have huge consequences.
For the future.
For the future, yeah.
So we need to be thinking long-term.
Absolutely long-term thinking.
Yeah.
We need to be responsible.
And we need to work together.
We need to work together, to
create a future
where
technology benefits everyone.
Benefits all of humanity.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's clear that the singularity isn't just some tech event.
No.
It's a human story.
It's a human story.
And we're all writing it together.
We're all writing it together, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about exponential growth of computing power, the possibility of merging with AI, the challenges of governing AI ethically, the mind-blowing possibilities of virtual realities.
Virtual realities and the diaspora.
The diaspora of intelligence.
It's been quite a journey.
It has been a lot to take in.
A lot to take in.
So now I want to talk about another piece of science fiction you shared.
Okay, what's that?
Werner Vinge's novel, Rainbow's End.
Yeah. Rainbow's End.
Yeah. How does this connect to what we've been talking about? We're back and ready to keep going with this singularity stuff.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how all these science fiction ideas keep bumping up against real life.
It's like they're predicting the future.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Like augmented reality.
Oh, yeah, augmented reality.
That's already happening.
It is, yeah.
But in Rainbow's End, Vinge takes it to a whole other level.
He really does.
Like he imagines this future where augmented reality is everywhere.
It's completely integrated into everyday life.
Wow.
Practically every object is networked.
Okay.
People are constantly interacting with virtual stuff through their clothes.
Their clothes?
Yeah, like smart clothing.
Okay.
And contact lenses and haptic feedback systems.
So you can feel it too.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can see it.
Wow.
It's like the real and the virtual are totally blended together.
So like you're walking down the street
Yeah.
and you see information about everything.
Exactly. Information about the buildings, the people you pass.
Wow.
Even historical facts.
Like layered over your view of the world.
Exactly, layered over your reality.
That's incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
And he also talks about these belief circles.
Oh, yeah, the belief circles.
What are those?
They're like collaborative virtual worlds built by communities.
So like online games.
Kind of like online games.
Okay.
Or those metaverse platforms.
Right.
But he imagines them based on all sorts of things.
Like what?
Like the works of authors like H.P. Lovecraft and Terry Pratchett.
Okay.
Even artists like M.C. Escher.
So like you could step into a world inspired by their work.
Exactly. A world built on their ideas.
That's wild.
It's pretty wild.
It makes you think about how these shared virtual experiences could change how we see reality.
They could definitely shape our understanding of the world.
And how we interact with each other.
Yeah. Could we even get to a point where we can't tell the difference?
Between real and virtual?
Between real and virtual,
Yeah, that's a big question.
It is a huge question.
It all goes back to what it means to be human.
What does it mean to be human?
In this world of crazy technology.
Right, with all this transformative technology.
As AI keeps evolving.
Yeah.
Are we going to adapt?
Are we going to keep up?
Are we going to be left behind?
That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question.
And I think it's a choice.
Okay.
We have to make as a society.
So we can't just let technology decide for us.
No. We have to be active participants.
In shaping the future.
Shaping the future, yeah.
And that takes more than just knowing about technology.
It does. It takes understanding our values.
Our ethics.
Yeah.
And how all this stuff could change our society.
Our relationships.
Everything.
Everything.
We can't approach this singularity with just fear or blind optimism.
No. We need to be thoughtful.
Yeah.
We need to engage with it.
And we need to commit to creating a future that works for everyone.
A future that benefits all of humanity.
That's a good goal.
That's the goal.
So in this deep dive, we've tried to give you a good overview.
A multifaceted view.
Of the technological singularity.
Yeah.
We've looked at science fiction.
Real world
development.
Trying to connect the dots.
It's been a lot.
It has.
Exponential growth of computing power.
Yeah.
Merging with AI.
The diaspora.
Ethical challenges.
Virtual realities.
Mind-blowing stuff.
Mind-blowing stuff.
And as we come up from this deep dive, we hope you're feeling
a sense of wonder.
Curiosity.
And a deeper understanding
of what might be coming.
Of the forces shaping our future.
Because the singularity, it's not just a tech event.
It's a human story.
And it's still being written.
We're all writing it together.
So keep asking questions.
Stay curious.
Stay engaged.
Be an active participant.
In shaping the future you want to see.
It's up to us.
The future is full of possibilities.
It is.
Good and bad.
Yeah, both wondrous and challenging.
But if we work together,
if we collaborate,
we can figure this out.
We can navigate this uncharted territory.
And create a future. Where technology makes life better for everyone.
A future where technology empowers and uplifts all of humanity.
That's what we're all about here on The Deep Dive.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.
For another exciting exploration
of the frontiers of knowledge